See you, Shay. We gotta go.
Oh, there it is. Doggy.
Day 6 of the road trip. Today we are driving east for the first time on the trip. We're going back to Milwaukee to Dan's house, and then we're going to head over to Miller Park, do some tailgating, and see the Milwaukee Brewers face the Oakland A's. So at DJ's house I finally had a chance to upload some of the earlier vlogs. Really didn't have access to Wi-Fi for the first few days, so that's why they're up a few days late. But I've been getting some questions, so I thought I would take this opportunity to answer some of them. Caleb asked, or suggested, that I should have a sign-off phrase at the end of each day. I don't know if I'm creative enough to think of like a signature phrase to sign off with. I mean, I haven't.
You're not.
No. So maybe I'll think of something over the next 3 days, but probably not. Alex asked why my voice sounds deeper in the vlogs than it does in real life. I don't know what you're talking about. And a few people have asked me how I'm editing the vlogs. So usually I'm just doing it in the car on my laptop. I actually downloaded a free trial of Final Cut Pro 10. So I was kind of playing around with it a few days before I left for the trip, and it's pretty easy to use, and then you can actually export it directly to YouTube from Final Cut. The editing method that I've been using, really what a lot of YouTubers use, is to do a lot of jump cuts, because, you know, in real life I don't talk as fast as I do on the vlogs, and the jump cuts kind of help with the transition so that there aren't as many awkward pauses, because, you know, in real life there are. And a few people have also asked if I'm like embarrassed to take my camera out and talk in public around people, and the answer is yes. I definitely was at the start. Like the first day in Philadelphia, I was kind of embarrassed to just like walk around with my camera out. Over the last few days, I've gotten more comfortable taking it out, especially in public where there are other people around. So I think I've gotten better at that over the last few days. Now we're back in Wisconsin. Yes, I realize no one says it like that, but this is my vlog, so. Hey, Griffin.
You're not very good at this, are you?
Griffin, come here. Come here.
Now we're heading over to Miller Park. We're going to do some tailgating before the game. The pitching matchup tonight is Tommy Malone of the Oakland A's against Marco Estrada of Milwaukee. So the home team has won all 4 games that we've seen so far, which hopefully bodes well for the Brewers tonight. Although, if you look at it another way, the law of averages would suggest that they'll lose tonight and Detroit will lose tomorrow. But I guess we'll have to see what happens.
This local traffic vlog is sponsored by...
By what?
By me. Brought to you by Dan Manishinsky.
Now we're in the parking lot right in front of Miller Park, actually setting up the grill right now. We're going to do some tailgating, drinking this beer called Spotted Cow, which you can only buy in Wisconsin. Had it for the first time 2 nights ago, and it's unbelievable. What is that?
So this is called Serendipity. It's one of New Glarus's special brews. That's got a 97 on beer advocate. Is that what it's called? So we're about to pop it open and see what the fuss is all about. I don't think it's a twist off.
So now I'm having some Merck's cheese spread. This is like, I've had a few times on this trip where I've tried like a different kind of cheese for the first time. So I'm gonna give it a try. I think this cheese, Dan, right, you can only get in Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Alright. Cheers.
It's cheese, alright.
You know, it's cheese. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it, but it's not bad.
Those are just about ready. See those bad boys? That color.
Oh yeah.
Get in there, get in that close up. Oh yeah. Not quite the same color on the veggie burger, but it's getting there.
Now we're walking around Miller Park, which opened I think 13 years ago, replacing Milwaukee County Stadium. visiting that has a track-full roof, and for some reason the roof is closed tonight, even though it's actually gorgeous, right? 60s, sunny, like no rain in the forecast, but for some reason the roof is closed. Also, Miller Park, I think, known for two main things. One, it was the host of the 2002 All-Star Game that ended in a tie.
I was there.
You were there?
I was there.
What? I didn't know that. Wow. And also the sausage race that they have in between the innings, where a bunch of like sausages, right? They're sausages. Race around the field. So be on the lookout for that. All right, now Dan and I, and actually all three of us are in line for a thing that measures how quickly you throw. So it's kind of a challenge because we both think that we're going to throw harder. So I guess we'll see who comes out on top. 61. 60. All right, the mark is 61. Victory! Woo!
Once again, Jeff's put me to shame. It's the third thing Jeff's beat me at. Going down this time, Jeff. 64, that's all I gotta beat? Yeah.
No, you gotta beat 65.
Okay, well, either or.
Alright, round number 2.
Wait a second. Wait, what'd that say?
97.
It did not say 97.
Hey, this
Sign me up. Sign me up. Did you get that number on that scoreboard? All right. Jeff, you're like 30 miles per hour short of me, so. So I just threw 97 miles per hour. A Brewer scout saw it, and they're putting me in the bullpen right now.
Dan, 97 miles per hour, the all-time record for this game. So, I think Dan won, but I unofficially won because my 68 was close.
Yeah.
I was still 30 miles per hour.
This is a close 29 miles below mine, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
So even with the Ricky Weeks home run, the Athletics are up 8-2 right now in the bottom of the 5th. What's going on with the Brewers?
You know, this is pretty typical. I'm just happy that Ricky Weeks got a hit. Nonetheless, a home run. So in my book, it's a good night.
So in the 6th inning, they do the sausage race here at Miller Park, and so we're all taking a different sausage to win. Dan, who are you taking? German. Okay.
Chorizo.
All right, I'm gonna take the Polish sausage. The Italian sausage won, so we will all. Ball game over, Brewers lose. Final score, Oakland 10, Milwaukee 2. Now we're going back to Dan's house. We're going to watch the Heat Pacers game number 7, which actually started at 7:30, but we DVR'd it, so we have no idea what the score is. I think the game might be over actually, but we're trying to avoid any televisions in the area. How you doing, Griffin? Oh, he's tired. He's really tired. He just fell down.